Hi, Jim Phillips here, life strategist and author of The Key to Life Living in Full Expression, and this is Wednesday Wisdom. Today's wisdom is, you are where you are because it is where you are intended to be. Now I bring this up because this bit of wisdom came to me during it wasn't a morning walk, it was actually an evening walk. I had been watching a TV show much like 2020, I'm not sure that's what it was, but I was watching this show and it had to do with Somalia. And it was showing the genocide, the civil war, and it showed mothers with their hungry children and just a lot of things that for me were very emotionally hard to watch. And it finally got to the point where I had to turn it off and I decided to go for a walk, which is what I typically will do if I have something that's weighing heavy on me because I'm searching for answers. So when I went out for my walk, I asked the question, what is it that I can do? Why is it, first of all, why is it these things are happening in the world? Why would God or the universe or the powers that be, why would they allow these things to happen? Why do people do these things to one another? And then I asked the question I think most of us do, because I think most of us do want to make a difference in the world. And in making a difference in the world, I think we all want to benefit other people in whatever way that we can. So when I was witness to all of these things that were happening by watching this TV show, the question for me was, what can I do? And I had some guilt about it, that I really felt like there was nothing I could do. So again, I asked the question. And I immediately got the answer that if you were intended to be there, you would be. If I was intended to be there, I would be there. And I thought about that for a few minutes. Then I thought, well, maybe that's just me feeling guilty about not being there. And this is a way to get me off, so to speak, so that I don't have to worry about what's happening in that part of the world or in other parts of the world. But then I realized that what I was being given was guidance to help me understand that where I am is where I am because I was intended to be here. In fact, it's where I've chosen to be. Where each of us are in this world, we have chosen to be there. We are intended to be there because that is the place that would offer the set of circumstances that allows us to meet the requirements that our soul has for this incarnation. But it was also, to me, an opportunity for me to understand that wherever I am is where the opportunities lie to enable me to do and to be who I am. And that for me to make a difference in the world, I don't have to go to some other country. I don't need to be, I don't want to say I'm not going to be concerned about it because out of compassion, I think we do all have compassion for people that are going through the circumstances that we see around the world. But in this case, this was an opportunity for me to understand that where I am is where I'm intended to be so I can do the work that I'm intended to be, that I can reach people from where I am, not having to go somewhere else. And I think if we all looked at that and took in that wisdom and really looked at our lives and where we are and what we can do where we are and not lose focus, because when we start to think about being somewhere else or what can I do to help these people over there, it takes us out of where we are and perhaps we lose focus on what we could possibly do here. Now understand, this is not to say that we shouldn't help people in other parts of the world. It's not to say we shouldn't help people like we've just had down in Florida, the hurricane and all the devastation that's gone down there. This isn't to say that we shouldn't help when we can and where we can. But it's really about looking at what can we do where we are, because we are where we are intended to be, and in fact we have chosen to be. I'm Jim Phillips, and this is Wednesday Wisdom. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.